Guys, I have another 2 book reviews for you guys today, or maybe 3 if I can fit it in. And it's on the last 3 of the House of Night series, the ones that I've read. I've only read 5 so far. I'm like kind of reading tempted, but like I stopped. But I have all 7, and I'm just finding time to read it because I have so much books to read. And yeah, okay. This 2, maybe 3 is gonna be about Chosen, Untamed, and maybe Hunted. Okay. I'm gonna start off by reading the back of the book of Chosen and talking about it, and then I'll move on to the next book. Okay, so bloodlust and dark forces are at work at the House of Night series, and fledgling vampire Zoe Redbird's adventures at the school takes a mysterious turn. Those who appear to be friends are turning out to be enemies, and oddly enough, sworn enemies are also turning into friends. So begins the gripping 3rd installment of this highly addictive series, Romantic Times Book Reviews, in which Zoe's mettle will be tested like never before. Her best friend Stevie Ray is undead and struggling to maintain a grip of her humanity. Zoe doesn't have a clue how to help her, but she does know that anything she and Stevie Ray discover must be kept secret from everyone else at the House of Night, where trust has become a rare comedy. Speaking of rare, Zoe finds herself in the very rare position of having 3 boyfriends, a situation with the potential spell social disaster. When vampires start turning up dead, really dead, but as Zoe and her friends find out, things are not always what they seem. Okay, like I said in the first 2 book reviews, I read this a while ago, but I am going to try and remember. So, this one, I guess, Stevie Ray and Zoe Redbird are on friend terms again. I guess they found out a way to work out their differences, and just because Stevie Ray is a red vampire and Zoe is kind of like a blue one, because Stevie Ray is supposed to have a red crescent on her head, and Zoe has a blue one. So, she has 3 boyfriends. Remember if you guys watched my first book review, I have mentioned Heath and Eric Knight. Well, she's now kind of, in love with her professor, a poet, and I forget what his name is. Okay, so Zoe falls in love with her professor, and it's kind of irritating because she's such a whore and a slut in this, and it irritated the crap out of me. Okay, I mean, like, why have 3 boyfriends and, choose one? I mean, come on. This just really irritated me. I'm sorry if you guys, really like it, but my opinion, I just thought it was kind of cheesy, and the way it is written, but 3 boyfriends, that is just crazy. Her human boyfriend, her vampire or her fledgling boyfriend, and a professor. Oh gosh, if you guys read it, you'll see what I mean. Because something happens between Zoe and the professor, and then Eric Knight walks in on it. So it goes from 3 boyfriends to 0, and that's kind of weird. And then the professor, or something happens to the professors at the House of Night, and they're being killed, and oh geez, I forgot. They're being killed, and it's kind of in one spot, kind of, but So Zoe and the professor imprint, and then when, oh gosh, I'm sorry, this may contain spoilers. Okay, as the teacher and, or the professor and Zoe imprint, and the professor dies, she gets like really, really hurt in the gut. But like first, you know how Heath and Zoe are already imprinted? It hurt Heath a lot, like literally, like internally, like it really, really hurt him physically because the bond is broken. But it turns out it was just a whole setup between Nefret and the professor to like destroy Zoe and all that. Though it's kind of weird though, but yeah. And Aphrodite is starting to come around, and Aphrodite is actually starting to like care for Zoe, be her friend, you know, like, you know how like sometimes enemies are like, I don't know. Okay, I'm taking too long on this one. Okay, now the fourth one, Untamed. Back in the book. Oh, okay. Life sucks when your friends are pissed at you. Just ask Zoe Redbird. She's become an expert on suckiness. In 1 week, she's gone from having 3 boyfriends to having none. And for having a close group of friends who trusted and supported her to being an outcast. Speaking of friends, of the 2 Zoe has left, one is undead and one is unmarked. And Nefret has declared war on humans, which Zoe knows in her heart is wrong. But will anyone listen to her? Zoe's adventures at Vampire Finishing School will take a wild and dangerous turn as loyalties are tested, shocking true intentions come to light, and an ancient evil is awakened, and By-PC&Kristin's cast spellbinding 4th series of the 4th House of Night novel. Okay, I'm gonna speak quickly because my time is almost up. And as you can see, one is undead and one is unmarked, what I just said. Stevie Ray is unmarked, or Stevie Ray is undead. She's the red fledgling. And the unmarked one is Aphrodite, because like at the end, Aphrodite, or Stevie Ray bit Aphrodite and her mark went away, and it's really weird because now Aphrodite is kind of like human. And I don't know. And then Aphrodite's parents are like, they want her to be something that, I don't know, they want her to roll. It's kind of weird, like, you know how those rich parents are, like, I don't know, they're just so controlling and everything. So, in this one, her friends are pissed off at her, I think because she forgot to tell, or she didn't tell them about Stevie Ray being alive, and her being in, you know, like, talking to Stevie Ray and all that, while her friends grieve over her and all that, and it's kind of really sad. But at the end of the book, of course, they become friends again. But, overall, the books are kind of getting boring for me. But I already have all 7, and I'm going to try and finish it. But I'm really sorry if I gave a second review right now. I just can't really remember what these are about because there's like a lot. And I've read it a while ago. So I'm very, very sorry. And I know I should reread it, but I really don't have the time. And I would like to read other books, but yeah. So I guess I will be seeing you guys for a next book review, and I don't think it's going to be Unhunted. I need to make sure of it. Bye!